What's good, YouTube? Today we're going to be going over my teammate, actually my team captain's second place tournament run at the latest Beast Mode Circuit Series tournament. I think this one was bigger than usual, so she ended up getting second with Synchro Cat. Before you ask, I don't actually have the list. It'll get posted on Beast Mode's channel sometime imminently soon, I think. So if you're really that interested, it's you can find it over there. But we're just gonna be going over all of her replays. I think there's 5 in total. So let's see how she did. First game was up against Fairies. I think, as I mentioned, she's playing Synchro Cat. Won the RPS. Gonna go set Raikou here. I think I agree with that. Set Raikou pass seems correct. Opponent goes Trooper Attack. Also makes sense. Trooper Attack pretty much can't go wrong into a set monster. So yeah, setting the Bottomless, because you see the Monk, you think it's probably Synchro Cat, so setting Bottomless. I mean, setting Bottomless is pretty much always right, because you need that card to be preset to do anything. Snack's just going to poke with Sangan. Opponent's going to go set Angel, set Typhoon. Kind of plays into the pro heavy here, but fortunately for the opponent, it was not. So Snack's just going to hit over the Angel, which it's a little interesting. If this had been a Raikou, she probably should have just dusted first, right? Well, I guess if it's a Raikou, you can just storm after, but I don't know. She's going to go Debris. Black Rose pop the field. A little iffy on this Black Rose nuke. I guess it's okay. She does end up half a card, or whatever we call this. So the opponent's going to draw, and I don't know if I like this setting Raikou here, especially with the back row. I guess, okay, the back row's booked, so you can just chain it and reset it. So it doesn't play into Minecon that bad. Might have just set the Angel, though. I feel like you want to get this Christie alive, you know? And the milling from Raikou could help, but the Angel's guaranteed to, like, get it essentially live by next turn. If it dies, it's a third fairy, and then you got a fourth one on field. Now you get 2 cards ripped, which is not great. Fortunately, opponent's going to keep the good one, which is the Angel. They're going to poke with the Angel. Opponent, Snack's going to drop Gores. Whoa. Snack opts not to attack, which is probably correct. Opponent has a set, Deprison set Torrential. So, I think what happens is the fairy player like plays into this Deprison for no reason whatsoever. You could have just Raikou'd this back row. You probably should have just Raikou'd the Gores earlier, actually, but could have just Raikou'd this back row and then like hit over 2 things and then maybe made a synchro main 2. I don't know about that one, but there were a number of options that involved flipping up this Raikou earlier that I think would have been better than just leaving it sit here this entire time. Because now you can't even use it on Gores. Probably should have just used it in main 2 when the Gores was initially dropped, just to get rid of the big guy. Seems to me like that would have been the correct play. And then RFDD doesn't do anything in here. How big is this Gores token? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Dimalk's dead off the top, so I think maybe a few misplays from the fairy player, but that's kind of common with fairies. Very difficult to play optimally. Snack's got like an okay hand. It's definitely pretty good with the Brain Caius here and the Smashing Ground, and the fact that the fairy player has just no defense whatsoever. Definitely good in that context. I don't know why they brought in Crow. This was just a mistake. This is just a miss side. You can't be bringing in Crow versus Synchro Cat. What is it? Okay, wait. Snacks build plays Debris, I guess. So maybe you can. Maybe you can. Against normal Synchro Cat, you can't be doing that, but I forgot this was like the plant version for a sec, for some reason. Yeah. So Debris plus Avarice is probably enough reason to have the Crow in. But Avarice by itself is absolutely not enough reason to side Crow. And the opponent is in trouble here. Maybe they should have just set this set Book of Moon, because I don't know. I guess that's just plays into Caius, but like there's nothing you can do if the opponent draws another Caius here. So then this just forces you to use your book preemptively either way, like even if they have a battle trap. Whereas if you keep it, you at least have the defense. And gonna float into Dimmock and Honest over the Gores. Draws another Honest, which is pretty lucky. Kind of turned it into a game here. Draws, yeah, just... Man, having these hand traps is so bad in this situation, though. Sets an Orange Light. Sets a Torrential. Snack draws Sengan, which is very good. And then here, I was watching this game live or something, and a big misplay occurred where the opponent chose to Crow the Avarice, even though you knew they had Debris Dragon. And you know that if one of these set cards is Solemn, you lose the duel if you Crow the Avarice, but they still chose to Crow the Avarice. So I think they should have just held it for the Debris and let the Avarice go through in this situation. Generally, you've got to stop the play rather than just the Avarice, in my opinion. So Snack's going to win round 1. Round 2, Hydro Pump. I think he was playing the same value deck that he played at Peak at the Beak. I think. It looks like it. So Snack opens just an insane hand, actually. Just, like, really nuts. With the Storm Monk. Gonna clear the set Hamster. Gonna rip a card. Hydra's not in a terrible spot, though. He can go out the Arcanite with the Sirocco, but the Sirocco getting banished is really bad. So he's just going to send Plague, and then the Gores is extremely unfortunate, and the Kai is just going to end the whole game here. So kind of spiraled out of control there for Hydro Pump. In this game, he brought a Deck Dev. Deck Dev is just not useful with this hand, though. And setting it with the Raikou was really risky, and it got mega punished. Fortunately, his Hydra is going to get kind of lucky here, and the Necro Gardener gets ripped. So effectively, like, he avoided the hand rips there. Unfortunately, just sort of drawing a bunch of monsters, which can happen in Bayou Turbo. And Snack's going to go in for a bunch of damage. She actually had the Crow here, and Hydra makes like a pretty blatant I have Dark Armed play, but it just like ends up going through. So I'm going to pop every monster. Hydro on 200 health, kind of back in the game because of this. And now Snack drawing a second Crow. Really probably should have used one of them last turn. Gonna go into that Raikou. Gonna go Raikou, pop the Dad. Mills a Dandy too, which is insane. Can go for Stardust. Stardust hit over the Hamster. So I think Hydra top decks like Caius, and then Caius is the Stardust and storms the back row. Alright, so not looking too bad for Hydro, but there's so many things he randomly died to. It's, like, not good. Here, I thought he was going to go RDA, but he doesn't play RDA, tragically. So he just goes Darken. And now I'm going to hit into a Deep Prison, set a Raikou, set a Bottomless, and could have gone for the greedy Self-Caius, but goes for the conservative Caiusing the Raikou, which is good. The Deck Dev and the Oppression is so useless here. And, yeah, like, Snack's just going to summon Debris, get Dandy attacked for a game because the back row are both essentially fake. And that's going to be it. So another 2-0 for Snack. Third game, we have some Crow-on-Crow violence versus Yomero. Snack opens Dust Shoot Monk's spell. Pretty solid hand, not going to lie. Pretty good hand. But Yomero's hand's really good, too. The only issue is he doesn't have an out for Titanial. And he's also just, like, accidentally flipped up the Starlight Road, although Snack already knew about it because of the Dust Shoot. Man, it really feels like Hero Beat kind of sucks at coming back into games, though. How do you get rid of this Titanial? Gemspark is not a good way of getting rid of Titanial. And Yomero is forced to Judgment the Tomato, because if he doesn't, then he's not going to be able to get rid of this Titanial. So the Gemspark trades like 2-for-1 with the Titanial. So bad. So not good. Alright, Snack gonna go for Deep Prison. She knows about the Starlight Road because of the Dust Shoot, so can't really go for the Mirror there. Gonna go Debris, attack. She knows the Bottomless too. Man, Dust Shoot's just so devastating. Dust Shoot is a card. She's gonna protect her AFD with the Book of Moon, and she knows that backwards Starlight Road, so she can just win the game here. Tough for Yomero there. Hard to recover from that turn 1. So Snack's got a decent going second hand here with Cyber Dragon. Just gonna hit over the Stratos. Yomero goes set. I don't understand why he said Ocean here. I also don't understand why he said E-Call. Is he just trying to bait the Raikou on the E-Call, maybe? At least with Ocean Engrave, you can go for the Miracle into the Ab-Zero. So Snack's going to choose to clear it. Go for Foolish into Debris. I think this Debris gets Judgmented. Man, that is just so rough. Like, you have to Judgment that Debris, because this hand just doesn't deal... It just loses to Stardust. Like, hard loses to Stardust. I don't know. That's why I'm never playing Hero Beat. How do you have this many cards and just, like, have to Judgment a Debris Dragon? Oh well. Gonna summon Diva, clear the tokens. Go for Android in defense so that she can't crash, I guess? But what... Okay, there's a Monk left in deck, I guess. Okay, that's a respectable play. The Raikou mills the Monk, though. So at this point, I don't know why he didn't just hit over the Tomato. Sangan and Monk are both gone from the deck. So should probably just hit over it. Snack's gonna go crash it. She goes to like crash it to go into DD Crows so she can ram and get her Pot of Avarice live, which I feel like she could have just waited and not taken so much damage, but I don't know. Maybe she was. Oh, well, she just draws Monk. I think she should have set Raikou here to pick off a back row rather than Dandy. I don't know why she set Dandy, actually. Maybe in case of Debris top deck, but I feel like this Monk play is what you got to be going for. It would be a lot easier to go for it if you just picked off a back row and then you could have picked off another one with Space Typhoon. Now the bottomless messes you up and you are just a dead. You're just hard dead here, right? Or let me do the math. 62, yeah, you are dead. So a little bit of a misstep there. Maybe would have cost her, but you never know if she would have picked off the bottomless with the extra piece of back row removal or not. Gonna set. She's got that trap stun in post board. It's an interesting card. Gonna search the Monk. Goes for the preemptive trap stun, playing around the Solemn Judgment. And then goes for the Monk play. So this should be pretty good. She decides to go Goyo Take rather than Hand Rip. Which I don't even know if that was correct. I guess she values keeping the guy out of grave, but like it's got 0 defense. It's gonna go to grave next turn. Especially since Yomero has that sick torrential tribute. I don't know why Yomero went into Ab-Zero here. The air bombs are gone. Like unless she top decks Avarice into Monk combo again or something, seems unlikely that you're getting hand ripped. So should probably just waited on this until Snack had an actual monster in play, but maybe just wanted to avoid the damage. I don't know. We have 2 of them. Like even if you take 28, you can just out this and then like end on another Ab-Zero or something. So I'm going to set everything. I don't know why you're setting your Miracle Fusion here. Like, you cannot afford to have this bluff Miracle Fusion get picked off. It's like one of your last win cons in your deck. Why are you setting it? That just seems weird. And Snack has the heavy in hand. If Snack activated Heavy Storm here, she would just win the game, right? It would just be GG. You could chain Hero Blast, get back Alias, and then you're staring down Titania with Alias plus top deck. And Snack has these 3 cards. Yeah, I don't know what... Hold this card in your hand, man. What if it just got like Raikou or something? Would just be the worst feeling. You have to Hero Blast now, because if... Yeah, can't let her go Black Rose. Gonna summon the Dyna and not attack, which I don't know what the point of that is. If you're not going to threaten anything, why are you summoning the Dyna? Alright, the plan is to switch Dyna and then play around Mirror Force next turn. Snack mirrors. Okay, does she just think this is like a Starlight Road or something, maybe? So she's using the mirror now, rather than using the Deep Prison now. Goes for Caius, out to that Fossil Dyna. Gets the Dandy tokens, hits over the Deep Sea Diva. Fortunately for Yomero, he was never punished for setting this random Miracle Fusion. At least not yet. Like, she could still just activate Storm, though. And pretty much win the game off that. She doesn't know. She doesn't know she's going to summon Tomato Attack. Torrential and Mirror gone, so I can see why she didn't activate it. Alright, so now Yomero actually is going to get to use his Miracle Fusion and set Soul Release, which... This is just a bad card to side in this matchup. It doesn't interrupt Avarice. It doesn't interrupt Debris Dragon. Like, it's a straight neg that you have to use proactively on your turn. I don't even know why you're setting it. You should have just used it now. Like, setting it because he recognizes that it's a worthless card and it's better off just being used as Intimidation. Oh no, is the replay glitched? Crap. This one went super long, but Snack ended up winning in the end, I guess. That's the... I forget what Yomero just is like out of gas though. I think he's blown through or he ends up going through all 3 miracles and runs out of gas and loses. I watched this game. I don't remember if I watched it on my members only stream last night, but I definitely caught it in some capacity, and that is what happened. So hate when these DB replays glitch out. I feel like it's happening more and more lately, but there's nothing you can do to fix it. So whatever, on to the next one. Snack versus Pana. Pana was playing the cool, like, plant Twilight deck thing. Snack opens Dust Shoot, which is pretty good. Opening Dust Shoot a lot in 42. Pretty good. Gonna go for that Super Nimble Mega Hamster. Eats the Torrential, understandable. Dust Tornado, summon Airbellum, Poke. Wonder what she's gonna rip. This hand's kind of bad for Pana. She also ripped like the best card. Oh, Autonomous Action Unit going to be used to go for the Caius play here, but you are in mega trouble if she has Gores. Just gonna attack, get Mirror Force, set DD Warrior Lady. Snack has no monsters whatsoever. Not the best. Pana gonna go for the Twilight Rose into Goyo. Attack. Not in a bad spot now, but Brain Control is going to clean this up. Just completely. And we got to talk about Snack playing the wrong art of Black Rose Dragon. What the heck are you doing here? This thing just looks stupid. I don't know. It's like the wrong color. It's not red enough, you know? It's not even rose colored. It's like dark maroon or something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this Black Rose Dragon, but it's... in the background just looks stupid and weird. I don't... Play the real Black Rose art, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I gotta say. I don't know. Snack has some questionable taste with that Black Rose art. She's gonna draw an Avarice though, which is... or no, she's gonna resolve an Avarice. I think she had it in her hand already. And then poke with Titania. And now this just really sucks because... yeah, Mark doesn't even take the Titanial. Gonna go Debris into Black Rose. That's gonna get bottomless. She has the book. Botanical Line will hit over it, but there's a D Prison, and that's going to be the end of game 1. Pretty intense game number 1, actually. Both players drawing really bad, except for, I guess Snack had Dust Shoot in opening hand, which is pretty good, but otherwise drawing bad. Gonna go for the Pro Set Heavy here. Going to use the Pro Set Heavy, followed by Knock. Snack only plays 1 hamster. Pana doesn't play any hamster, apparently. Just gonna summon Airbellum, activate Smashing. Playing around Torrential, I guess. I'm not sure how I feel about this Smashing Ground card. But Pana's going to attack with Airbellum. Did he yoinked off Mark? He's gonna rip the best card. What a gamer. Okay, Mark is just so insane. This entire Mark play was crazy. I think you 100% should have pitched the Dandy to bounce your own card here. If you're going to search this. Because what is this thing really doing? Are you going to set it? I don't know. It just puts you back a turn. If you'd pitched it, you're like almost guaranteed to resolve Caius next turn. But instead, Snack is going to pitch her Dandy. And attack. Caius is going to be used. Now you're not in a great spot. I mean, okay. Mark Caius still just wins the game, though, right? Yeah. Alright. Mark, really nuts card. It's the reason you play this plant deck. It's so unfair. Just lets you play like 4 brain cons. What can you do? So, Pana drawing. Gonna go for the MSC. Probably just gonna crash his Titanial and then set a card. I think Bottomless is the correct one to set. And he does set the Bottomless. Gonna stop the Airbellum. Now you go set Mirror, set Dandy. I agree with that. The Crow gonna prevent the Debris from going off. That's not bad. Now you have Caius. Caius very good here. Could have maybe waited a turn on Caius, because he didn't really clear anything real. Brain control being used. Yeah, this is a juicy Mirror Force, so you gotta go for it. Storm into Tomato attack. You could have just set the Tomato and conserved your Storm. I think the Storm is way more important than that 1400 damage. Snack should have just set both back rows since Storm is gone. Like, I don't think... There's just no way Pana's deck is playing Debris Dragon, so... into Black Rose. Alright, now she's setting it all. Gonna attack with the Tomato. Tomato gonna eat a Raikou. Snack draws heavy, which is completely worthless. Pana just plays into bottomless with the Botanical Lion. Gonna go for the Yoink with the Mark. You could potentially book this down and just decide to keep it. Okay, not gonna do that. Kind of lost the game because of not doing that play, actually. I assume it works the same as in GOAT format with Snatch Steal, but maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I guess she wouldn't have won next turn because of the set Dandy, but it's not a great situation. Yeah, Pana pretty much loses now. He can't out this Botanical, and is this game? No. I don't know why she's Tribute Summoning Gores if it's not game. It doesn't even put him out of Brain Con range, but it's not going to matter. 2 dead cards in Pana's hands. The Snack is moving on. And she ends up in the finals against Lord Voldemort himself, who pretty much only plays Value Turbo, and that is what he's playing. Gonna go set Oppression, set Solve, then Allure. Interesting sequencing. I don't know. What if the cards you draw change what you want to set? I mean, you're probably setting it, but just Lord Voldemort does some weird things sometimes. Gotta say, it's not really a misplay because it just doesn't matter. But like, it's still weird. It's not the way most people would do it. Gonna Judgment the Caius. Yeah, understandable. Snack decides to out the Spirit Reaper because apparently she doesn't like it when she gets hand ripped. Kind of hypocritical. And then Mr. Foot is just going to summon Greffer and not use the effect, which I guess makes sense since you don't have any value pieces in your graveyard. But wait, Snack has Mark in her deck? Have we seen that one time yet? I don't think we've seen it one time yet. Did she just like switch her deck before finals? Is that's what going on here, Snack? I feel like, have we seen this card? I don't think we've seen this card, unless I missed it. Wild. It must be some random one-off. She goes into AFD, but the Royal Prussian going to stop that. But the Royal Prussian's going to be Judgmented. Okay, never mind. But now you're dead to BrainCon, Lamau. Curse that card. Brain Control. Randomly, just for no reason, sacking since the beginning of time in Edison format. I don't know. Snack has a crazy hand game too, though. How does Vayu deal with this? Mirror Force does deal with it. So she's going to go into more plants with the Lone Fires, and she just decides to space after playing into Torrential. Which is kind of wild. But she had the Judgment set anyway, so there was just no way this was going to be an issue for her. She hits in, and the Dyna is going to clear her entire board. That's wild. It's absolutely wild. I don't know why he didn't bottomless this. Why didn't you bottomless that? Explain yourself, Mr. Voldemort. What are you doing? You just like, what if she had ripped the Brain Con? I mean, ripping the Vayu is like fine. You know, you want Vayu in your grave anyway, but it could have been a serious issue. Snack has the right idea. You just shotgun bottomless the second it's live. No thinking about this card, only use. This time she judgments the bottomless. And thinking a long time, decides not to compulse, even though this causes them to lose the Brain Con. He just uses it to put back the Android. Reaper was a good draw, but Snack just draws the Caius. Sack Mue. What can I say? But again, drawing the exact thing he needs off the top of the deck in the Raikou. It's going to out the Caius. Snack going to set the Torrential. Vayu going to be used. Torrential going to be used. Then Armageddon Knight Send gets the Armor Master. Snack's super low life now. She needs a top deck. She gets one with the Debris. Goes to AFD defense mode. Okay. Drawing Judgment, though, is very good. It's going to get dusted. Set Raikou. The Raikou's going to out the big boy. Suppression's only good for one shot. Snack's just going to hit in. Soroka doesn't do anything, and that should be the end of the game with the Caius Raikou. So pretty intense game number 2, actually. Almost came back, but Snack just had a little bit too much. So, why are you bringing in all these fossil dinos? I guess it's like, okay, the logic is you don't play any outs to Titanial, and this is like an out to Titanial. I guess that's probably the reasoning. Honestly, that's Vayu struggles with Titanial big time, so that could be why. Anyway, the Kai's is gonna get judgmented, and yeah, that's a can't summon that. End phase Dust hits the Dust Shoot, which was a worthless card here anyway. Snack gonna not flip the Raikou? I feel like I flipped the Raikou here. Maybe try to mill something for debris, get aggressive. I guess you can wait on it. It doesn't matter. Here I would deprison, and definitely the correct play. Get this banished, preserve this for your synchro play potentially next turn. So now she got to flip that Raikou, hit the Royal Pressure. Oh no, the pulling the rug. The pulling rug actually would have stopped the debris. Is pulling the rug just for debris Caius? It's a little bit narrow. There's only like 4 cards in a 42 card deck that hits. Maybe it's like a one-off I could see bringing it in. I think a lot of people tend to overside in this format, though. I think if a card is just like mediocre against a deck, it's probably not better than like playing whatever staple you were maining. Alright, the Brain Con can maybe do something here. Alright, Burial, and then the Vayu is going to be met with yet another DD Crow. Brain Con, hit over, just lets the Mirror Force go through. Wait. Did Snack need to mirror there? How much damage was that? 900? You were not even close to dead. And they'd already normaled, so there's no Caius tribute happening in main 2. Why did you mirror? You could just get your Stardust back. Seems like a bit of a throw. 10 if you're going to top deck that. Thunder King, which is insane. Snack is now like very bricked and also dead to the... I think this is exact lethal. Between the 14 and the 23. So, rough one. What would she have drawn next turn? Did she not even check? Oh, it was a useless Dust Tornado. I think the mirror forcing was just... That was definitely the play that lost that game, right? Because they had already normal summoned the Armonite. There was no way that Caius main 2 was happening. So, I don't know why you used that card. Anyway, Snack got finished in a strong second place at BCS, whatever number this is. Congratulations to Snack, making it with Synchro Cat. I always tell her this is the best deck. This is the deck she should play, not stupid cringe Blackwings or whatever she's playing in our team crew battle. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, become a member, and I'll see you tomorrow in the next video. Peace out.